With the cutting of a ribbon, Cleveland's Convention Center is officially open for business. More than a dozen dignitaries took part in today's ceremony, and Chris Flanagan is live on 5 at this 1 million square foot building. Chris, it's pretty incredible.
Lee, it is indeed. It is beautiful. Now, to give you some perspective, this today has been 6 years in the making. The $465 million project for both the Convention Center and the MedMart got the green light, the approval back in 2007. And along the way, plenty of hurdles and plenty of bumps and bruises. Now, for starters, a group of taxpayers tried to fight the 0.25% sales tax hike. And some architects also, they didn't like the planned site. Cleveland wound up in a race with Nashville and New York City, be the first with a medical mart. And some question whether it would attract enough tenants and conventions to be successful. But the projects in Nashville and in New York City both fell through, and Cleveland ended up finishing 3 months ahead of schedule. My colleague Paul Kiska live on 5 inside the Convention Center. And Paul, it's not only magnificent looking, but this place is massive.
Chris, it really is. You know, they have that open house tomorrow. People, you really got to check this out because it's an engineering marvel. And here's part of the reason why. Above us, these engineers, Turner Construction, and everybody else, the architects, they kept 12 to 14 acres of green space out there, park-like setting. It's beautiful downtown the lake. But inside, John DeWine from Turner Construction explained to me, this is why this place is getting so much attention from convention planners. Take a look. You see those huge concrete support pillars and beams that look like trees? They are 90 feet apart, 30-foot ceilings, but 90 feet apart. That means they have a lot of free, clear space, and that's very attractive to those exhibitors. Now, take a look at this video because the first shot really shows us just how expansive, just how massive this place is. And after you see that shot, of course, today it was all about that ribbon-cutting ceremony, confetti, the dignitaries, a lot of cheers. After all, this is a global center for those devices, those international health technological devices, which will attract conventions and meetings and travelers from all over the world to Cleveland, a city growing its international reputation and international prominence in the medical field. And of course, that open house tomorrow, and then the true opening day for the first big event here, July 19th. For the senior games. 35,000 people coming to the Rock Capitol. Live on 5 from the new Convention Center, I'm Paul Kiska.
All right, Paul, thanks a lot. This place really is just beautiful here. And I think as you walk around today, you hear of so many people with the wow factor here, but this really is putting Cleveland Lee back in the Convention Center business. The new Cleveland Convention Center and MedMart have already changed the face of Cleveland, and that face will change even more with conventions which will be booked here into the city's new gemstone as part of his continuing series, My Ohio, with Leon Bibb. Leon takes a look at the sparkle that the Convention Center will bring and also the money that comes along.
Under much expectation, it grew out of the ground. The seeds for the new Cleveland Convention Center and what was called the Medical Mart were planted in Cleveland's fertile soil. Now mature, downtown Cleveland's Convention Center and newly named Global Center for Health Innovation are expected to bring in a strong harvest.
The Cleveland Convention Center, first of all, puts Cleveland back on the map as a convention destination. We had all the amenities in Cleveland to host conventions, meetings, and events, but what we didn't have was a functioning convention center.
Feeling is this $465 million project changes more than just the landscape. With the medical-oriented Global Center for Health Innovation adding sparkle to the Cleveland skyline, it and the next door convention center changes Cleveland's heart. This is a biggie.
Absolutely. And it's gaining national attention.
John DeWine ought to know. As vice president for Turner Construction, which led the construction project, he knows every corner and every column.
The exhibitors, the convention goers, the people that just have luncheon meetings will enter off of Lakeside Avenue, which is back that way and above us. The grand ballroom is over here to the left of us, where we're going to go shortly. This area will be set up and it will be the hospitality.
Pictures just don't do justice to the size of this new convention center and the Global Center for Health Innovation. This is the ballroom, just 2 of the 15.5 acres of the entire complex. In fact, it's big. You said it. No, I said it. This is the size of a football field. No, a football field and a half. The Grand Ballroom alone can handle 4,600 people, a lot of people to feed, but also there is a lot of kitchen to handle the job. It boasts ability to get everyone fed quickly. So this puts food on your table, a good job.
Definitely. Oh, definitely. I enjoy it.
And food on a lot of other tables.
Oh, yeah,
there.
definitely. At that, too. Oh, yeah.
Size was what Cleveland needed for convention business. With the city's already large healthcare and hospital footprint, the Global Center for Health Innovation, the name for the medical mart, will widen Cleveland's standing even more, pushing more money outside its doors.
New hotels, additional restaurants. I also see an outgrowth from the Global Center of other healthcare-oriented businesses that will be locating downtown.
The new Convention Center and Global Center mark a turning point in Cleveland. The facilities are predicted to put Cleveland at a major intersection, not only in My Ohio, but also in the map of the world. I'm Leon Bibb.
Leon, thank you. And they're not done yet. The county announcing last week it gave the go-ahead for plans to build a 650-room hotel room adjacent here to the convention center, which they hope to be completed by 2016. Lee?
All right, looks great, Chris. Thanks very much. Well, it's been a pretty big day in Cleveland with the official opening of the Cleveland Convention Center, and Chris Flanagan is there right now. And Chris, one of the things I love, and I can actually see part of this behind you, is how in the design they left open these beautiful vistas of the coast.
Yeah, they really did, Lee. You know, you walk in these doors here, which I'm looking at Lake Erie and also First Energy Stadium, home of the Browns, of course. But take a look at all the windows here. It is magnificent, especially on a sunny day like today where the sun is just splashing through here. And look at that view, a gorgeous view of the skyline of downtown Cleveland here from the atrium of the Med Mart, and all this grass area you see over here outside the windows, that's the convention center. This place is huge, about 5 football fields inside there. And of course, here in Cleveland with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you see the guitar as you come inside here to the convention center at Med Mart, and the anticipation is certainly building after almost 3 years of construction. The public finally gets a chance to see the new Cleveland Convention Center. It'll open to the public tomorrow, so you can come on down and check it out. And as News Channel 5's Terrence Lee found out, this weekend's open house really has something for the entire family.
Started from the bottom, now they're here.
We did it. We built this new convention center. It's coming in under budget, ahead of schedule.
This weekend, it's time to show it off.
We'd really like all of Northeast Ohio to come downtown and see what we collectively did.
And there's a lot to see. Finally, you can look beyond the glass facade on Lakeside Avenue. There's a 230,000 square foot exhibit hall, the Grand Ballroom with a view of Lake Erie and First Energy Stadium. But before the convention center hosts its first major event, the National Senior Games on July 19th, the city wanted to throw its biggest financial backers a bash.
We're really excited to open the facility up on Saturday. We're calling it Celebrate the Center.
The community open house runs throughout the day, and you're getting more than just a tour. Expect plenty of entertainment too, including live music provided by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it's not a Cleveland party without the city's sports teams.
The Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Indians, and the Cleveland Cavaliers will all have large displays, interactive games. All of the mascots will be here. It really is the quintessential Cleveland celebration.
Live on 5 in Cleveland, I'm Terrence Lee.
And it should be a lot of fun. Now, at Saturday's event, the former professional players will be signing autographs here and also taking pictures with fans. And get this, if you're one of the first 1,000 people to show up, you'll also get a special gift here. Again, that open house starts at 10 tomorrow morning, runs until 4 tomorrow afternoon. Now, even though the convention center is ready for business, the Med Center here, the Med Mart, which officially is the Global Center for Health Innovation, that will actually open in October. It's right next to the convention center. I'm actually sitting right in the atrium of it, the entrance of the Med Mart here. Now, it'll host the Cleveland Clinic Medical Innovation Summit, and healthcare organizations will show how their products and programs are impacting the healthcare field. Now, a number of really big-name tenants have already signed on, including the Cleveland Clinic, GE Healthcare, Johnson Controls, Philips Healthcare, and HIMSS. And some groups here for the Cleveland Convention Center have already signed up through 2019. So they're getting off to a great start here. But Lee, this is really a magnificent facility, and Cleveland really should be proud of what they unveiled today.
Now we want to see it packed with people who are ready to spend money here. All right.
Lots of money.
Chris, thanks very much.
3, 2, 1.
And just like that, a major investment in Cleveland's future opens to the public, and the city celebrating this weekend. Our live team coverage continues right now. Good evening, I'm Lee Jordan. Tonight, the new convention center is officially open for business, 3 months ahead of schedule and $90 million under budget. It all got underway at 2 o'clock when our Leon Bibb emceed the ribbon cutting. News Channel 5's Chris Flanagan has been anchoring our coverage from the convention center. Chris, this is a $465 million facility and 6 years in the making.
Certainly is, and Lee, from the looks of it, is money well spent. This place is just magnificent, absolutely beautiful, spacious and bright. And take a look here, these windows. You look at the skyline of the city of Cleveland, and a day like today, when there's so much sunshine, it is just glowing here. And you see the grass out here, that is actually the convention center. Outside is the convention center. Underneath, it's the equivalent of 7 football fields. Where I'm sitting right now in the atrium, I'm in the entryway to the MedMart. But this place is absolutely beautiful. The official christening will be July 19th for the convention center, when the National Senior Games draw 35,000 people here to the city of Cleveland. Another 64 events already planned for the rest of the year. Now, someone who's been following this convention story for years is my colleague, News Channel 5's Paul Kitsa, live inside the convention center right now. And Paul, it is just a massive, massive building.
Chris, it really is. It's so well done. As you mentioned, all that green space out there. This is such an impressive facility, and soon convention goers from all over the country and the world will get to see it up close for themselves. But take a look. This is the layout. This is the convention hall where the exhibits will be held. But above us, look at this. Above that, there is 12.5 acres of green space, of park-like setting where you can see the lake, you can see downtown. It is the largest installed green roof in the entire country, and across the street or across the park where you are is the Global Health Center, which opens in October. On this Flag Day and ceremonial opening day for the Cleveland Convention Center, a rally call for Cleveland to compete for worldwide business.
This community, there's no doubt about it, is now strong, confident, optimistic, and ready to compete against the world again.
Cuyahoga County Executive Ed Fitzgerald said this new convention center and global health technology showroom solidifies Cleveland's international prominence in the medical field.
You helped build this engineering marvel that helped put Cleveland back on the map.
Hundreds of thousands of visitors are going to pour through these doors. Visitors who will come to our city, many of them for the first time. They'll eat in our restaurants, they'll stay in our hotels, they'll visit our museums.
Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson envisions even more development downtown.
That really will connect Public Square with the lakefront and a full lakefront development.
A ribbon cutting, confetti, and cheers. And as today's MC put it,
the Cleveland skyline certainly will never be the same again.
Leon Bibb, you're sure right about that. Nice job today. Just across the street when all this was happening, it was Food Truck Friday at Willard Park by City Hall. So many people downtown. If you haven't been down here in a while, you've got to get to downtown Cleveland. So many things are happening. Continuing our team coverage now, my colleague Deb Lee. Deb, one of those things is the Global Health Center across the park. What a showroom it is.
That's right. That's what's coming next. And as you just said, Paul, some are saying that this is definitely going to secure Cleveland's future as a medical capital. And for this convention center here, it's going to be the icing on the cake. Start with a dash of Epcot at Walt Disney World. Add a pinch of the Great Lakes Science Center. Stir in some of the largest medical equipment and service companies in the world. Serve it up at a state-of-the-art convention center. And you have
the Global Center for Health Innovation,
a one-of-a-kind interactive showcase of global medical products and services.
the operating room of the future, the cath lab, the best there is in cath labs in the world today.
The Global Center, formerly known as the Medical Mart, opens in Cleveland in October with 20 tenants in collaboration with dozens of other companies. Senior Vice President Jim Bennett says there won't be any cash registers, no sales receipts, just ideas. And not just for the medical minds of the world. It's an educational experience for everyone.
Having, for example, an innovation lab which is where innovation is being demonstrated, where people are interacting, and so on. An alternative concept is to feature a family of several generations with heart disease, including a heart transplant, and making that come alive through the eyes of the family members and following it through generations.
Bennett calls this the pivotal piece in the jigsaw puzzle of Cleveland being a medical capital.
And I think we can make the claim to be certainly a medical capital and a healthcare and health capital in the world, in the United States. If we're not the one, we're pretty close to it.
Now, although those tenants haven't moved into the center yet, they're coming in October, you can still see the atrium of the building tomorrow when you come down to take the tour of the convention center. Chris, back to you.
All right, Deb, thanks a lot. Yeah, speaking of the atrium, I'm sitting in the atrium right now, and the view here is just gorgeous. You can see First Energy Stadium here, home of the Cleveland Browns, of course, and also Lake Erie. But it should be noted, Cleveland now could be in the running for the 2016 Republican and Democratic National Conventions. You may recall we were finalists for the 2006 Republican Convention, but that was without this crown jewel. So this facility, the Convention Center and MedMart, just a wonderful first impression, Lee, for all these hundreds of thousands of visitors in the next few years will be coming here to our wonderful city of Cleveland.
I think this will definitely put us in the competition in a big way.
Indeed.
All right, Chris, thanks so much.